Good morning. Hello again, hello again. Me not prepared again, and I had plenty of time. Caramba. Okay, one second. Always messing about. Let's see. All right, today we are... I don't know why I always play this game with a controller. I just like it. Probably because I have freaking carpal tunnel from working with the computer all week. Irrelevant, but there you go. Do I have a skill point? Okay, we have two big things to do today. We are going to talk to the Sunday friend, who is very frustrating to talk to in a lot of ways, as we'll find out. And then, is it electrochemistry? Oh no. It was electrochemistry. Let me double check. I can Google. I want to get that leopard print shirt. For sure. I think I need an electrochemistry of 8. Leopard print shirt. Electrochemistry at 9. So this will take it to... So I have to put a couple points and have a drink. And maybe take off some clothes. Or put on some clothes. But... okay. We'll see. Let's go have a frustrating conversation with the centrist. A quarterly business magazine. I'm just breaking into this apartment. Dishes soaking up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Yeah, cigarette smoking guy. Seems like he does that. Dates for open lectures at a local university. An empty ashtray. When they say there's a local university, do you think they mean on West Revachol, where it's very poor, like they've got some community college outreach thing going on? Or do people have to bus over to East Revachol to do community work, and then the poor students who can't afford to live in East Revachol live in West Revachol and like commute? Because I imagine there's got to be some kind of public transit. This is a very European style city. There's lots of walking. Maybe they have like bicycles or something, but like there's got to be a tram or something. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. Samaran magic hat there. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. He's an artist. An old photo of the same apartment dated year 01. Well, that's cool. He's got a picture of this apartment from like 50 years ago. That's kind of a cool thing to have in your apartment. My house was built in 1947. I would love to find a picture of my house from 1947 when it was built to put in my house. That would be really cool. Just goes to show there's something very similar about all artsy-fartsy college students, I guess. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. Not that I'm a college student anymore. Now I'm just a regular old bum. Ooh.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
Yes, and likes to state the obvious.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Monsieur Laclé.
Charles Vildrouin? Interesting.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy.
Oh, yes. My friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy.
You sure he didn't just have a big beefy welder guy that's a friend of his make it for him? Sure, he has lots of Sunday friends. He's got a Monday friend and a Tuesday friend. Let's see, what else is he? He's got like paint, little plates, and a little wardrobe next to his bed. The other side there's some kind of weird lamp. Clothes, it's a little messy. Oh, a little bathroom.
That's really all I can tell you about it.
Internet. Okay.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Why? The me issue. Hold on. My internet has been so weird back here. I think just YouTube. Just the YouTubes. Hopefully everything's alright on your end. Anyway. Back to the show. So you actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Turn to the lieutenant. This is just the break we've been looking for. Let's not do that. Is it because you did it, Mr. Villajuan? Start from the beginning, if you don't mind. Let's just do that. Let's get all the facts straight.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
Who are they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
And how many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
Are you sure at least one of them wasn't a woman?
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember.
Bit of a leading the witness there. What ethnicity were they? How would he tell it was dark?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Not because he's probably a married government official out here having a little dalliance with the cigarette smoker.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Well, those are all my questions. Thank you for your time.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM.
What's an official like you doing in Martinaise?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
Okay.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I'm a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
And what is this international community?
La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
And what is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Well, it's not working.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce.
That would be terrible for people to get shit for super cheap. We wouldn't want that. That would be bad.
That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my question at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Okay, sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
They'll put you on hold and never tell you. No. I don't know much about economies and stuff, but this is interesting conversation to have at this time in the universe. Just put it that way. I've heard about this Moral Intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
So when I said I was a thrall to foreign interests, what I should have said is that I'm a Moral Intern bitch.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the Moral Intern.
Like the crooks. Yeah, everything's corrupt, Kim. Just get over it. Turn back to your Sunday friend. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
Hey, kitty? Why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
Miss Titch? Hey, what are you up to? Meow. Maybe it's somebody outside.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
That's a very, non-answer.
A very moralist answer.
That's true, too. What is a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot of capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? I want more action. Really? I'm all freaking out about my stupid cat. Kitty, kitty. I thought you were in the window. Let's see. I kind of want to do the Moralist Vision quest if I can. Or the one with the horse. I think that's the Moralist Vision quest.
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
It's usually the most boring one.
Not boring, my friend. Responsible.
Ooh.
Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend?
It's an ideology.
It looks to me like you are.
It's an ideology for people who don't want anything to change because it benefits them. It doesn't benefit you, that's fine.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Sure, tell me about Sur Le Clef.
What's there to say? Sur la Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Revachol Sur Le Clef's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur la Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
La Delta, I think that's East Revachol.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur La Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Hey, meatballs and mashed potatoes sound good. Tell me about Oranje.
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur la Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
And which one of them is more EPIS?
As founding members, they are both very EPIS. Oranje carries a lot of political weight, while Sur la Clé takes care of the business side of things. Sur la Clé hosts the headquarters of the major EPIS institutions.
Bitch, what are you doing? Oh, I bet she's getting in the cupboard. Never mind. I know what's happening. Okay, but outside of EPIS, what is Oranje?
Oranje's economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international community.
But that didn't tell you anything about Oranje.
Can't you just talk like a normal person?
About what?
About Oranje. Just tell me what it's like there.
Oh, it's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
So yeah, so people still ride horses to work at the RCMP, or the RCM, and then horse cars, so that would probably be... Bitch, what are you breaking everything in the world for? Cats. Kitty, come here. So they have to have a public transit system of some kind. Yeah. What have you been up to? I heard you in there banging around. Like a banger. Whatever that means. Oh, now you're gonna cause trouble in here? Well, that's good. I like it when you cause trouble where I can see you. Sorry, little stream monsters being a monster. She's so cute, though. Okay, let's see. But yeah, there's got to be public transit of some kind. Horse cars. Horse car. What would like a literal cart pulled by horses? Because they make it sound like there's all these freeways and stuff, but people still ride horses. They're still horse cars. So maybe they like share the road, which would be really annoying. Maybe those cars don't go that fast. I didn't actually look into it. It goes a whopping 5 kilometers per hour. Ooh, it's got 2 horsepower. It's the power of 2 horses. I think 2 horses go like 20 miles an hour. That's not bad. All right. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
If he knows so much about Oranje, maybe he also knows about Oranje's mercenaries.
Enough business. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
The man who was lynched outside your window was from Oranje.
Oh, that's unusual. The Oranjés are not the kind of people you associate with heinous crimes.
Sure.
It's such an upstanding and responsible country.
That's not how I would describe this guy.
Well, certainly one cannot rely simply on generalizations. That would go against our commitment to individual freedom.
Didn't we hear about all these, like, war things that Oranje has gathered military personnel and, like, colonized other countries or whatever? It's like saying Americans are just really great, upstanding citizens. They would never commit crimes. Okay, what does that have to do with the government sending military people? Something different.
And,
anyway.
Of course, any loss of life is a tragedy. So
Sure.
Tell me, what have you learned about the victim?
His name was Ellis Courtenier.
Ellis Courtenier?
Hey,
That's an interesting name.
name's not really important. What matters is that he was a mercenary.
Aha! A condottiere. Yes, it's hard to believe they still exist.
Is it, though? He was a motherfucker and a killer.
Officer, you shouldn't speak ill of the dead.
It's okay. He told me so.
So you spoke with the victim before he died?
No, this was after he died.
The man gives the lieutenant a nervous look. The lieutenant raises his eyebrows as though he'd stopped paying attention.
Kim's like, what? What? You think this is weird? Shut the fuck up. I've been looking for locusts all night. Shut up. He liked to get high and brag about war crimes he'd committed.
Extremely distasteful behavior. I cannot condone either drug use or needless boasting.
Cat.
Suffice it to say, that is not how we do things in Sur-la-Clé.
Like a light just came on outside or something. Look at that shadow on the floor. Beautiful.
That's because they're all a bunch of squares who like to sit around with their fingers up each other's assholes.
Okay. He was a poor foster kid before the Oranese government put him in a military academy.
It's the responsibility of any good welfare state to take care of its most unfortunate citizens.
They turned him into a psychotic killing machine.
They gave him a successful career.
Because it was successful.
Yes, killing was his business, and business was good.
I'll take that.
What else has your investigation uncovered?
After he was discharged from the military, he joined a mercenary outfit named Crenel.
That is extremely unfortunate. Yes, it's regrettable that this practice has a history in certain Occidental nations, even highly advanced members of EPIS. But rest assured, the Orangese government has committed to producing a timetable that would lay out a path to transition to a professional army. Soon, there'll be no need for mercenaries like this poor man.
What kind of timetable are we talking here? Hold on. So we're talking about Oranje getting a standing military?
Oh, it's hard to put an exact date on it. I believe the proposal for the timetable is due to be completed around 60 or 61.
That's like a decade from now.
See? That's the kind of progress that the moral intern makes possible.
Yeah, I mean, that tracks. So, Oranje is trying to get itself a standing army together, which would require allocating taxes and blah, blah, blah. And they got to put a tax increase or whatever somewhere. Gather the funds and the training. It would actually probably take a long time to build a standing military from nothing. But yeah, as a merc, he killed a lot of people on the Simonine Islands for the sake of the Oranje's pharmaceutical industry.
A great shame, yes. Colonialism is a dark specter in Oranje's past.
The past? Who's talking about the past? It's still going on.
Which is why the work of the moral intern is so critical. It is our great bulwark against another century of bloodshed.
Sure. Okay, that's all for now. That's who he was. So, this guy's kind of interesting in the sense that, okay, from my understanding, Martinez is kind of under all these overpasses, and to the far west is like, I think the government buildings, there's office buildings, there's industry over there, maybe it's warehouses or something, I'm not sure. And then on the east is all the rich people and probably like more middle class people as well who work for rich people, right? There's like office buildings and a zoo and like all this other crap. And it's kind of nice. And then Martinez and the rest and Jamrock and stuff are like next to the river in this kind of like forgotten rundown area. You see the buildings around here are still have their tops lopped off from the war, and they didn't even bother to like cap the roof or anything. They just like, it's probably safe, go live there, whatever. But this guy is a government official, and not a local government official, but he comes out here regularly to how would you say, meet with his Sunday friend to renovate his apartment. Which I wonder if he owns this apartment. I think I'm going to ask him that here soon. But like,
as I said, the loss of any life is terrible, no matter who the person may have been. I do hope you're able to bring his killer or killers to justice.
Can you tell me about your friend?
We must show that the rule of law still applies, even in Rivachol.
Sure. Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the moral intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
Oh.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the moral intern feels emboldened by this success. emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the moral intern as a whole.
No, what do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
Okay, you don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it gonna be like this? Is it gonna be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol going to be part of EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Intersolary... No. What EPIS stand for? It's a candidate. Someday it's going to be a candidate to be a member.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No. Candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
Yeah, this is very Eastern European, I think, with what's it called, NATO. Since they're that buffer zone between Russia and Europe. This whole Ukraine thing is like, they're a buffer zone, so if they become part of NATO, that would be seen as a threat against Russia. So they have to remain independent states, kind of on their own or whatever, political reasons, and not enjoy the benefits of being a NATO country, which sucks for them, I guess. Yeah. Anyway. So how did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? Nobody becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here. And my friend, too.
That sounds like an interesting story. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Insula, oil platforms ablaze in the night, civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in. So, like, is he talking about the revolution? Basically a civil war. You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Okay, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
I wonder if he's friends with Cindy the Skull and like the these students in the Communist Quest Vision. So like all these like poor students who live on the wrong side of town because they can't afford to live near the university. They just vaguely know each other from school or whatever around campus on the bus. What are you doing in this apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
He knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass. I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
Okay. So, yeah. He comes here, obviously. I feel like he might be bankrolling this kid for... he's his lover or whatever. And he comes here on Sundays. Maybe not every Sunday. Oh, what are you doing, Kit Kat? Don't step on my keyboard. I love you. I'll take that. I wish you wouldn't lay on the connectors. You can break them. Cats. So pretty, though. That's okay. She's got this lover in Martinez. He pays. He bankrolls him. He pays for his apartment. Comes and has little dalliances on Sundays. He's probably married. Let's get real. He's probably on his way home from work, or like tells his family that he has to work late, like a couple months. And I can't tell if he lives here or if he just visits Martinez. If this is a business trip he takes once in a while, and he just, part of that is to see his friend, but there's an actual business happening, which makes me wonder the fact that he came back. So he was here Sunday. Does he stay for a long time, or like he's here for a week every month or so on business? Or did he make a special trip back here to talk to me? Because it makes me wonder if he's actually a bureaucrat, like a pencil pusher like he claims to be, or if he's more like an espionage guy, like CIA kind of thing, where he's like checking in on the situation by talking to you. Like, this has a double purpose to see to see what's happening or whatever. Like, they're concerned about the situation because Wild Pines is huge, and it's basically been like, there's been a coup d'etat and it's been taken over by the union, and they're refusing to let anybody in or out, which could affect the price stability. For one, raise or lower whatever the price of goods, because everything's all backed up. So yeah, it makes me wonder if he's more of a CIA agent or something. Hey, why are you playing with the mouse? Okay, thanks. I've got all I need.
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
I'm not going anywhere. I just want to take a look around this apartment.
Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space. Let me know if you have any further questions.
Okay. I think I got everything, so... This must be one of the nicer ones, too, because some of these people don't have... So, this would be, what, a studio. And it's got a little bathroom. Like a little... The shower's like... You have to, like, sit on the toilet to shower. That's kind of funny. Or is that... Yeah, that's a toilet. And that's a shower head. What is that, a radiator up there to keep it warm? And it's just like a curtain. I guess your toilet would be very clean all the time, because... And nice kitchen. Got room for a whole damn table and stuff. Got a little countertop and a little sink. Another little countertop. A nice full fridge. Oh gosh. Which is funny. I feel like my kitchen is twice the size and I have no room for a table. Anyway. None of this is weird.
Was there anything else?
Is there anything else?
Of course.
No. Maybe that's why he can't actually speak to the, like what is, it's got real dark price stability stuff, because he actually doesn't have any clue. It's just a cover, because he's like, oh, that's a boring cover. No one's going to actually ask me about economics. And I'm up here like, please tell me about the economics. I find that fascinating. Okay. So, do I have to say goodbye? I feel like I should have got some experience from that. Even though I learned absolutely nothing. Can I go back in there?
This door is made of metal and appears no one answers.
Let's go. There's nothing to...
Okay, so no. Anyway. Now we're just running around in the dark. Now we need to go... Should I send Kim to bed? I mean, I had a drink. I had one measly drink. Okay. Well, might as well take him with me. Come along, Kim. I'm gonna tell me he wants to go to bed soon. He's like, I'm an old man and I'm tired. Okay. What am I doing? I don't know. Steal some balls. Alright, wandering around in the dark. Everybody's going to bed but me. But I need this shirt. Get it. Let's see. Come along, Kim, come along. I feel like I should have my flashlight on. No. In case I get any. Come along. Come along. Alright. We're running. I could have already paid for my room. I'll come talk to all these people tomorrow. Relax, it's not yours. You didn't crash every MC in Revachol. Hopefully. That would be hilarious. It's over by the water. Down by the river. Okay, my electrochemistry is 7. I need it to be 9. You need oh. Sorry, Kim. Oops.
There's something feral crouched between the rocks.
Something feral? That's
Something
me.
primal. Something forbidden.
That's me.
Back away. Very slowly.
Where is it?
There, by the water. Intriguing.
Intriguing. Got it. Oh my god. Even the wrong button. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Oh, I got this too. Superior logic for a cop to wear this. Negative suggestion. Insensitive bachelor party vibes. This tawny cone-shaped hat that looks like a beacon of Sumerian wisdom. Its straw sticking up like antenna. Thank God you can't really see people's reaction when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece. +1 drama. Oh, I could have put this on. Damn, I didn't have to have a drink. Come, the dragon. Becoming an addict is in a strange bathing robe. Okay, this sleazy, silky bathing robe in vibrant blue features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has been provided for fastening. It's culturally insensitive, but only for people who are not from Seoul. The real Seolites probably don't care. Okay, let's see. I got... Oh, it's not under clothing items. This leopard pattern garment washed up on the coast, burrowed between rocks and ice. damp smell arises when you bring it close to your face. It looks dangerously feral, as if you should think twice before getting closer. It's true.
This is a men's size L, leopard-patterned unitard with short sleeves. There are bits of seaweed stuck to it. It speaks to the animal inside you.
Hell yeah.
Actually, this is a leotard, not a unitard. Unitards have legs. Slow and steady, boy. You know how to handle this. Drop it now. This thing will eat you.
Wait, am I in danger?
Can't you feel the hairs on your arm and on the back of your neck standing up? Your heart rate races through the roof. Your pupils are the size of marbles. This is irreversible peril.
No.
Yeah, but why does it taste so sweet?
Feel the material between your fingers.
Despite the time it's spent in the water, the garment itself is surprisingly silky. The leopard spots are slightly textured. The garment label says it's composed of 85% polyamide and 15% elastane.
Where did it come from?
The wind blows through rocks and reeds. Days spent in the salt water have washed off any clues of its origin.
What should I do with it?
Run, you idiot. There's only one thing left to do. See how it
Oh
fits.
yeah.
Just know that once the leotard goes on, it never comes off. You will change irrevocably.
Oh really?
But don't you want to feel different? It can be a secret that only you know.
Try it on, but only for a moment.
You slip from your briefs into the leotard.
Kim's like, what is
It's
happening?
very tight. You've
Yeah, the
never
leopard
been
mindset.
cradled so firmly before.
Oh really? Nice and snug in all the right places, eh?
Putting on the garment feels like stepping into a warm summer lake. The silky warmth engulfs you. Something else is in charge now.
Oh my god, yes. This is the type of animal I want to be.
Your fingers run down your pectoral muscles, your abdominals, your hips. It's impossible to tell where you end and the leopard begins. The dried sea salt chafes against your soft flesh. Again, once the leopard comes on, it's never, ever coming off.
I guess we're leaving it on forever.
It's wearing you now.
Ooh. Can I put clothes over it? I think so. Oh, yeah, that's sexy right there. Look at that. We're gonna have to get a good look at this in the light. Kim's like, what the hell are you doing? Meow. All right. Oh, God, that was beautiful. I have never gotten that one before. Let's go back to the hotel. It's sleeping time. He's like, officer, you're gonna get frostbite on your tootsies. You should put some shoes on. Does anybody say, does Kim say anything?
Yes?
Sorry, cop. Sylvie's suicide jokes. Raleigh mentions suicide. Oh. What do I need? Logic? I ain't got no logic. It was a murder. I'm wondering if that's easier to do. Oh, it's dark and I'm lost. I'm lost, Kim. He's just ignoring the leopard. I'm a leopard now. Meow. What the hell? Do-do-do-do-do. Look at my droopy butt. This is the ass of an old man. Droopy butt. Okay. Right? That's right. Give me any bonuses? so. This is because I'm drunk. Nope. Just my underpants now. My undie pants is this. I am literally naked. Okay.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with this kid, Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
So it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
They need a young assistant.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
Oh, it's the cat. I'm like, cat? I'm like, oh god, my computer's freaking out. No, just a cat sitting on the mouse.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season, when it's warmer.
Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. Nah. I'd offer to help. No, I want to help. Damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap. No, I'm enthusiastic about this. We've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after
Go
this...
back.
Really? It's too much, officer.
No, it's not. I got to go over there anyway.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you
Thanks.
again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but,
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center.
Okay, how did you become a crypto zoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
Why not just be a zoologist? Yeah. Real animals are puzzling too.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't. It's a profession just like any other. Honestly, being a cryptozoologist turns most of the garbage I've seen people do. Yeah. Cryptozoology just does seem like a lot of wishful thinking. I don't. It's a profession just like any other.
Indeed. My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
I mean, money's fake. It's all made up. Follow your bliss, man.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
Life surprises are mostly miserable.
Agreed. Yet there is always a chance, albeit a small one, of a truly good surprise. One simply needs to look at the history of science. Serendipities abound.
And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Something for later, this close call.
Yeah. Let's see. What kinds of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
There's all this text overlapping when I talk to him. Did they upgrade it or something? So, you've never discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered. and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
Didn't they just discover a new fish or something? I mean, it's not a cryptid, but even in our day and age, they're still discovering things. How many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven to be real.
Yes, the Chateauquan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Yugograd, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%. A lot of math you just did in your head. Not approvingly. Then the insulating phasmid will be the 3rd.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
A zoological miracle.
The hair on your arms stand up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing.
Thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
Let's talk about specific cryptids.
All right. What cryptids precisely? I usually discuss these things with specialists, so I don't know what.
We would have to discuss. He wants to say, but decides against it. Since you've offered to help, you need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Which cryptid did you almost catch? You said before that you almost caught one.
A willow person. It's a long story. One non-specialist would find rather dull.
Let's talk about different...
Honestly, I doubt you'd find any of it comprehensible.
Enough tales, and let's change the subject.
By all means.
What about the Col de Momadakwa? Did you know Gary was hiding the armor? I didn't even know you could talk to him about cryptids. I gotta talk to her or Gary. Can I talk to Gary about cryptids?
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it.
Right,
we'll make sure he won't.
I'll get going. Okay. Gary left, so I can't talk to him. Talk to her. Bedtime,
Oh,
Kim.
hello, sweetie.
I'd like to hear
So
more
nice
about cryptids.
to see you again.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
That's right, Kim. Join the cryptid train.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about?
Is this a bird cryptid?
No. It's the cryptid.
Ooh, the cryptid. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Okay, what is this bird?
The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until it was sighted by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
Uwe Plattenkalk. I need to hear about the sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
Okay, and Umrau is?
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Erg Desert, an ancient riverbed completely dried up.
Like the Grand Canyon. Sorry, kitty. Damn it, bitch.
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years, since the fall of Pericarnassus. He was lost, without any navigation equipment and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky. A great black bird. It seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the Teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
Eat the bird. Uwe. It's the only way to survive.
Damn right. Especially 11.5. Isn't that like 33 feet? The condor is like the largest living bird. And it's only 10 feet across, which is huge. It'd be like a dinosaur. Eat the dinosaur, Uwe. Is he following it? He was following it.
Yes, or rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plottenkalk followed the Teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist.
Watch out.
Then the Teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
Hold on, how did he survive to tell the story?
The 8-eyed Teratorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcasses up there, and the 2 unfertilized eggs it left behind.
A 8-eyed mind-controlling bird. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrau is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
So that was the last anyone saw of it?
Sadly, yes. But there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Il Marat. And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes. This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids. So, what else do you want to know?
It's the Bigfoot of Revachol? Is that what you're telling me? What's the biggest cryptid?
Hey, you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
But Kim, don't you want to hear about other cryptids too? Okay, it'd be dishonorable to renege on the promise.
I'm glad you see it that way. Did we have anything more to do here?
Well, that's all for now. Okay, we can ask more later. I think we will take a nap. Oh. Like, hello? I did my karaoke jams. Didn't do it in this lovely tracksuit. See you in the morning, Kim. Bye. It's like, I don't know why you're running around naked in this tracksuit. Let's take a good look at this. Some kind of animal. Sexy. Just like that. Look at us. Damn, that's hot. Okay, but I think... Oops. I can... I put clothes on. Hello? There we go. So we will put our silken scarf. Oh yeah, we'll sleep like this. Bam, bam, bam. The first time I played this, I always got dressed for bed. Okay, this is my sleeping robe. So should I sleep now? I think I'll sleep now.
The bed is still cold from the...
Hold on. Did he give me locust? A box with several rows of little holes in it, although at first glance the box seems perfectly ordinary. Upon closer examination, it's obvious this has been prepared with great care. So yeah, I have a box filled with locusts. Okay, we'll sleep. Hello?
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
I think I got everything in here, right? I haven't been in this room in a while.
A mirror hangs on the...
Yep. Alright. I took a bath and I washed my
The bed is
face.
still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
We're a little drunk, but we'll go to sleep.
It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning, spinning, tell me how much. Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes, for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising, above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
It's interesting. So every day he's awake, he's making more and more of himself, like remaking himself. But is he making the old him or the new him?
You can never forget this shit.
The colors, the voices, the rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love rain and snow.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images. You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Interesting. Stuck on. Interesting. I have a fan fiction idea that Harry is actually dead or dying, and this is like a Groundhog's Day scenario where he wakes up with no memory and has to recover it. And the next day he'll wake up with no memory and has to recover it the next time you play over and over and over again. And the pale is just his mind slowly, you know, erasing itself. He could be dying from dementia too. Bad thought. Anyway.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
What if I want to be the agent of nothing? That's right. I'm an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I'm building communism for all. This time we won't fail. I don't want to do communism this time. Forget politics. I'll never sleep if I keep on like this.
Are you sure? You could be closing the door on a brilliant and special future for yourself.
Yes, I'm sure. I am very boring and apolitical and sleepy.
Did you hear that? He's renouncing politics. He's strictly business now.
Just another thoughtless vessel, ploughing the grey seas of every day.
It's true.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go. Do it for the wind.
An interesting thought. He's like this strong connection to the like wind, the air. It shivers comes to him. He always feels like a breeze or a draft is like gets goose pimples, that kind of like feeling.
Wow. So someone's been a little boring.
What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance in my leopard print onesie and my silken blue culturally inappropriate bathrobe. So boring for me. What is this, picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copotype is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Wait. This will be my copotype now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
Why not? Send out the telefax. I'm not ashamed.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
Yes, this is the look of the boring cop. I'd hate to see the exciting cops. Okay, let's put some clothes on. What are we gonna... We'll be all boring and logical today. Let's see. The logic sunglasses. Got a nice smart hat on. Some boring pants. Need some better shoes. Have a little fun necktie on. Be well composed in our green shoes. I'm all business today, Kim.
Yes?
Ooh, dress code. Modus Mullen. What do I need to bump up here? Inland Empire? What else have I got? I only gotta wear the coat and the hat. Inland Empire. What boosts my Inland Empire besides... Ooh, this one makes me even smarter. I have much. This is just one. My little hat thing does that too. I should probably spend some points on it. For real. Okay. Let me... So, actual art degree. Can't even look at this shit. Just get all the capo types. Jamais vu. +1 XP for every orb clipped. All intellect caps raised by 1. I don't want to keep that one. I gotta get rid of a few of these so I can get some more. Let's see. I think Guillaume... No, I kind of want to keep that one. Superstar Cop, definitely. Finger pistols, reaction speed, safety's always off. The hand slots give suggestion. Finger pistols I might get rid of. What does the Jamrock Shuffle give me? Bonus from the thought. Find better loot in locked containers. Bonuses from the thought. Red check failures, heal stuff, learning cap. I might get rid of rigorous self-critique. No one needs to look at themselves that closely all the time. +1 rhetoric for suicide of Krasmazov. Masovian ethics. Learning cap for logic raised to 4. -1 difficulty still. I think date of the passive verse. Passive. Blah blah. I can speak. Whatever. To volition. -1 logic. No such thing, man. Volition's pretty good though. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 fist. This one I might get rid of too. Lonesome long way home because my. Oh no, that's the maybe I'll keep that one. No. Which one's Psyche? Yeah, it raised this all up to 3. Alright, we gotta get some experience points. Ooh, sexy man. Hello.
Hi, gendarme. Another
Hi,
rendezvous.
Leave. I need to change my outfit. Oops. Let's see. What do we think? Electrochemistry, probably. Drama. I'm like, oh, excuse me, sir. Very dramatic bow tie. Anything else? Electrochemistry. Right kind of hat. Yeah, no, I gotta be super amazing right now. Yeah, we went to drama, I think. Chemistry pants, my sexy. That is something right there. That's a look. Oh, hey, I just...
Hi, gendarme. Another
Hello?
rendezvous.
Hello.
I see you found yourself a little something from my wardrobe. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Oh gosh, I need
What brings
composure.
you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
I live here. My room's right upstairs.
Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me?
Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh, yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
And what did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you?
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
And what was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Well, thank you for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
You were right. He was magical. Magically bureaucratic. Ooh, I didn't like him as much as I like you.
Ah, shoot. Why not?
Let's see. Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two? What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
That even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Yep. Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
Sure. I'm sure he does. I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
What about me, gendarme?
Am I going to fail this and say something inappropriate? Is this white check? It's white check.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes.
Oh, have you? I'm sure you have. I'm sure you looked very intently, sir.
This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around. Become involved.
Are you a part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
Smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're a part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night.
Exciting.
Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
But why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Revachol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
Does this have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it.
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows? Maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground.
You do
You
a
have
little.
that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
Okay. Maybe I have to think about it.
Do think about it, officer.
This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
I'm going to think about gay dudes for 20 hours. About this robe I'm wearing.
You can keep it. I don't mind. I can appreciate beauty when I see it.
Ooh, yeah. I wasn't really planning on giving it back anyway. Thanks. I like carrying a piece of you with me at all times.
Is it now? Well, enjoy it.
Yo, you don't know if you're gay or not, do you? Okay.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye-bye, gendarme. Maybe he'll be your Friday friend. Unbelievable. She's like, what the fuck? Well, that was hilarious. Okay, but we're gonna be serious today, Kim, I promise. I gotta put all my serious clothes back on. Put on my Mullen hat and my boom, boom. Anything else? Oh, you will put on some better clothes here. I don't have better shoes yet. Some tools in our hands. Okay, ready for action, Kim. It's like, did you have to get naked here in the parlor? Where everyone can see you. Okay, first we will do the traps.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Let's see. Let's give it a shot. Let's go!
As Rennie turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
How many medals are there?
2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
Look at the cross.
A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle.
Look at the sun.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below.
The medals, did you get them for...
For bravery.
That's what I was gonna say, bravery.
I'm sure. But I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies.
I don't know the reputation of anything. Don't even recognize the war.
Son, we should never forget our past. Lots of mistakes were made back then, but there were also lessons. Forgetting those times means the mistakes were for nothing. That all those people died for nothing.
Whoa. Sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane.
Let's do it. So what did you get the medals for?
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shat themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Saved a princeling?
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frisel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
You can. It's very asinine. He really despises that Drissant fellow.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Coron. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Must have been a bloodbath.
I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw. Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
It's painful to even think about. Hang on to the story. Veterans get sentimental after such retellings. This might yield something useful.
Shattered knee, interesting. Okay, then what did you do?
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
Le fléau des chevaux.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
That's no deke, that's a fighter. I'd give up. Can't imagine living without my jaw. This would never happen to Johnny Lawjaw. Points to your jaw. My jaw's tight. That's no dink, that's a fighter.
So I grabbed the dink and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the joyless freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth.
Why did you despise Drisant so much?
Because he was a goddamn dandy. Had no business leading men or even being on the battlefield. All he was related. That's it.
That's a royalist system that you are supporting. What did you think was gonna happen?
Royal blood alone doesn't make army commanders. He was a stupid kid, only interested in horses, hairstyles, and man-loving. And 782 Royal Carabineers are dead because of his incompetence.
Whoa, man-loving? Is that even a word?
It's a lot of new words we're learning today. Sounds like you're being modest, Renee.
The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drisant. 2 days later that was. And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Hold on, you're just a little bit proud of Renee's heroics, aren't you?
Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like Rene himself. Certainly not to me. How did you find the story to be, officer?
Quite impressive as men like Renee who made Revachol great ones. I'm not impressed, all these heroics. Where is he now? Just a bum, looking for trash like me. Now you gotta play to win and look after you first. This is gonna seem like a good moment to express an opinion. I don't want to risk it. Well, quite impressive, quite impressive. I'm not like a fascist though.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't hand this out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand.
Well, thanks for the story, Renee.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Revacholians. Men with backbone.
Oh, yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring
Yeah,
those
let's not
days
do that.
back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Well, maybe another day. Oh, man. Such a grumpy piece of shit. But hey. Hello?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
The young man with piss written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
The companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan. Fuck the world.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
And who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Why does this kid have like one pant leg rolled up?
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
And who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked. Of course I do. I'm just testing. No, I really don't.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags?
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Oh, don't fuck around. I'm the law.
He was hanged from a tree.
Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Who's Van Eyck?
Old man, it doesn't matter. You'll be long gone before his greatness is recognized.
A young woman kneels on a sheet of ice, as if looking for something lost ages ago. She bends until her right ear touches the frozen water. She listens to it crack, slowly.
So you're saying I'm an old man?
Yep, old as fuck.
Yeah, man. It's like at death's door. No wonder you know nothing about the future. You won't be there.
And why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the Skulls or not?
We're not franchise Skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
What makes you think the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
Ah, you'll see for sure once we're in. It's the last thing you'll ever see before the void consumes you.
Throw him off his game. You don't feel very scared.
Are you sure a Skull would say that?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're only saying practice things for now, so we don't mean no harm to the Skulls brand, or to you.
This is definitely something the Skulls would say. But we're not trying to encroach on the Skulls brand in any way. On the contrary, we're just here to market it.
Hold on, why does a criminal gang need marketing?
We think of it more like two franchises merging. You know, us two and the Skulls. I really feel like we would add more to the table. Spice things up here in Martinez, you know. Get the old machine of pain and suffering oiled up real good.
So, okay, I get what the Skulls do, but what do you franchise in? Youth unemployment?
Whatever, man. Work is for pussies. You wouldn't get it anyway.
So you're just pretending to be as nasty and vicious as the Skulls.
Hey, we could be just as hard. Like pavement on top of pavement. Or a brick on top of another brick.
Or a grave on top of a grave.
These kids have the vocabulary, but might be missing a brain.
Ah. Okay, enough about this scullery then.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Turn to the blonders. Why does your jacket have piss written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is
fills your chest cavity after catching it. To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Blow it up?
You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone.
What?
Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
These are like, I'm deep and 14 and probably high.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
He really doesn't.
Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Do you think it's a coincidence
What is?
that there are two of us and two of these jackets?
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss or fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think piss is the stronger of the two statements.
That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Demonstrated authority. They're just off-brand Skulls. Ask for the jackets. Give us your jackets, kid.
No, no, no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time.
What? No! Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term, probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings.
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
I love Kim.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be cool killer skulls too like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
Skull King, make shrunken heads out of us.
Fuck you, man. Take them then.
You offer us your jackets like that? I'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay, I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
Aw, I feel bad. They're just stupid teenagers and you stole their clothes. And now they're all cold.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're more of a piss faggot, piss kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell. Go undercover hard.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Well, whatever still, it's good to know we have a pair in case the need arises.
The need will not arise.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with piss written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
So sad now. The dark-haired young man just stands there defeated. The wind blows.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Doom, doom, end. I did not mean to say that word, by the way. I don't even think it's supposed to be that word. It's supposed to be flaubert or something like that. Like, and just implied that it's such a bad word. Okay. I need to boost anything. Logic. I got a lot of stuff. So let's delete something that I don't need. -1 authority couldn't stop her from leaving. Oh, motoric skill caps raised by 1. Some kind of superstar. Finger pistols. I think I'm gonna forget finger pistols. And let's see what we want to put there instead. Our 20-hour mine project, perhaps? We've been thinking about that a lot. Wompty dumpty dump. This one I need to do as well. Take me all day, and then we could get rid of it. It gives great character building. Okay.
Yes?
Yeah, I need logic. Oh, my logic's 2. I'm so much smarter now. I think I need to talk to Claude again.
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but they're still in there. This isn't the empty trap.
Oh, okay. I only have to redo it. Blah. That's good. So, I have to put my beanie cap on. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. So yeah, he came over here. Come over here. I don't think he did come over here. So there's something we need to read, which is handwritten note from the fridge. No. Let's look at this really quick.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
It's like over 3 years. Look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
I'm as smart as I'm ever going to make more money. Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away. Could we do something about it?
I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
Okay, put the documents back in the envelope. Do I even have a pen? I don't have a pen. Alright. Well, you can't see in the house from this angle. Alright. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Okay. I'm gonna keep playing. I think I've done all the stuff I wanted to do today. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, tomorrow I work. Next weekend we'll be back. Kim's like, what are we doing? I'm not a show dog. What are you twirling me in a circle for? What am I doing? I don't even know. So next time we'll talk to all these people. We'll try to find our footsteps, and we'll go to the church and we'll put the locust in, and we'll get all these side quests started. We'll be a different kind of animal. It'll be glorious. Glory to the ghosts of us. And in the meantime, I'm gonna make some. I got some shorts in the works somewhere. So subscribe so you can check it out or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.